Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tall Tips from Short Guys. I'm Sean. That is Producer Piercen.
Hello.
Today, happy Friday, everyone. Today we're going to talk about gender. And I know it's kind of a hot button topic, and sex versus gender, and how many genders are there, and transgender issues, and the LGBTQ plus community. So it's kind of an interesting topic because you have some of, like a bigger name celebrity like a Bruce Jenner who becomes Caitlyn Jenner, who said that he always felt different in his own skin. And I do want to clarify that these opinions are these of our own, and you can take personal issue with those, and that's fine. But it's such a hot button issue, and I just find it really interesting. So I want to make the point that regardless of anyone's sexual preference or gender identity, it's important to be kind to everyone. I think that's the point I'm trying to make behind this before I get on my soapbox is, regardless of who you are or what you believe in, I'm still going to treat you with respect. And I'm going to be nice to you until you're not nice to me, and then we got a whole other story. But the point I'm trying to make is that I'm not going to have a problem with you, regardless of what you believe in terms of your gender identity and, gay, straight, bi, trans, whatever. I don't care what that part of you is, as long as you're a decent person. Where I have a problem is that you see some of these, the couple things I have a major problem with. Number one, you see some doctors doing hormone blocking on kids so that they don't hit puberty, so that they, or even at younger ages. So as a method of choosing gender, like they want them to develop a gender identity without the benefit of hormones, which I think is way jacked up. I'm like, I can't get behind that at all. It's just weird to me. Like, why would you do that? I mean, like, look, if your girl doesn't feel like a girl and they want to be a boy and everything, you can certainly support that. I don't think chemically or medically when they're a kid, until, I mean, my views may be a little bit different, but you know what? When they're a minor, you have to look out for what's best for them. And when they want to take that step on their own, okay, fine. If they want to dress the way they want to dress and everything like that, even at a younger age, I don't care about that. But when you're starting to get chemicals involved in medicine and everything like that, you're crossing a line. You're definitely putting your foot down and saying, I believe this and this and this, and it's kind of weird. And all of and I'm gonna look this up on my screen here, of all the gender pronouns that they have now. I mean, it was even in the news when you see something like Sam Smith wants to be known as they. It's not a man or a woman. It's not a him or a her. It's they, them, theirs. So I have like a whole list, she, her, hers, he, him, his, they, them, theirs. Then there's Z, her, and hers, Z, them, zers. Come on. What does that even mean? Z, Z,
like they're just letters
ZIR,
mixed together.
XEM. I mean, it's like, someone had to sit there and take the time to create this, who may not even identify as the same gender that they're trying to reference other people as. What is a Z? What is that?
Yeah,
it just drives me insane. I don't. That means nothing to me. Like, and I'm open to the discussion of sex versus gender. Like you were born a male or a female. You have sex organs. Barring the hermaphrodite situation, which we're not even going to get into. you're born one way or the other in terms of your sex, male or female. Put it on your driver's license, And some people genuinely feel like, I was born a man, but I really feel like a woman, and they're going to start going through that process. That's fine. If there's a certain brain chemistry that is not aligning with the way that your body looks, okay, I can't dispute that. What I can dispute is people that want to be called something different just for the sake of a pronoun. It doesn't. For me, it just I don't get it. There's another one. There's per. Like they just want to be a person. It's almost like an.
I thought you meant like a cat.
Per. No, I did not. No, PER. Like they're just a person. They're not a man or a woman. They're not a he or a she. They're a per. Then there's like V, Z, XE, Z, ZIE, or ZE. Zem, Zers. I Zem self. I'm looking this up. This is, I just, it's never been explained to me how number one, how we go from a time, and Piercen, even in the early 2000s when you were born, this was not an issue.
No,
it was not.
Definitely.
This is a truly 2010 and beyond sort of thing. So I don't get it. Like, how did we exist for literally thousands of years, and now this is a random thing?
Well, maybe it's always been a thing, but some the world has gotten more friendly towards that, so they started.
Has it though?
Yeah,
I almost feel like it's militant on either side. There's no acceptance on either side. There's just you're misgendering me, you're an asshole, and the other side's like, fuck you. You're a dude, or you're a chick, or you're a man, or you're a woman, and there's no middle ground with anything anymore. And this is such a hot button issue. It's so weird. I
feel like people just do it for attention at some point.
Right?
It's just for attention, or they're bored, so they, I don't know. Yeah, it's strange.
Well, and so I have a friend who says that they're pansexual, I guess, which means they're sexually attracted to basically everything and everyone.
Oh, that painting over there is looking kind of
Yeah, I know. Wow. Cactus, damn.
Yeah.
But every time I hear the word pansexual, I just think of a woman licking a panhandle. That's all I can think about. Is they're just gonna get hot and heavy with an actual pan. That's the only thing that crosses my mind. I mean, if that floats your boat, then that's cool. You probably won't have many kids.
And once again, I want to say that we respect any kind of, that's your choice. That's whatever you do. We're not trying to make fun of. We're just trying to talk about it. We're just having a conversation.
Yeah, you want to fuck pants, that's cool.
Do whatever you want to do. If that fridge over there is looking good, go for it.
Go for it.
We are not against it, but neither are we for it. We're
just do what you got to do. We're accepting of your beliefs. So, but the pronouns, it's just so crazy.
Yeah, those are kind of. I just don't.
I mean, the fact that I'm looking at a list here with 5 columns of pronouns, and each column has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're looking at 35 different types of pronouns for gender norms.
They even have a word for people who were born, they were assigned a sex at birth,
like cisgender.
Yeah. And but they are that assigned sex. It's called cisgender. Yeah, I don't. I'm seeing cisnormativity, the assumption in individuals and institutions that everyone is cisgender.
Yeah, cisnormativity is. Oh, I mean, it's just crazy because I've seen these videos, and I saw a video, and he's a assigned man at birth. We're going to go ahead and use a PC term. He was an assigned male at birth because, to his own acknowledgement, there was no hormone therapy, no surgery. This is a man. with some selective effeminate characteristics.
Attributes.
Only at times, though. It was a gender fluidity, is what he was basically saying. Like at any given moment, he could snap his fingers. Like that's how fluid it could be, and all of a sudden he'd feel like a woman, and like he'd wake up and he'd feel like a man.
Sure, he's not a magician.
Something. To me, that's to me. Okay, I'm going to draw a line there. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
to me, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's bullshit because while I do accept born a man, you feel like you're a woman. Inside you're a woman. You look like a man, but you want to. Okay, I can't dispute that. But that has to me, there's more validity in that because it's basically saying there's this, but I feel like this, and I look like this, and I want to change it. Cool. But the fact that that you are claiming that this morning I wake up and I'm a straight man, or next morning you're going to wake up a gay man, but the next morning you're going to wake up a straight woman, and the next morning you're going to wake up a gay woman. Bullshit.
Life would be exciting. I'm but see, that is sometimes what they're trying to do. They don't really. It could be something chemical inside their brain, or they could just be going crazy.
Seeking attention.
Yeah, or seeking attention. Their life is boring, so they want to switch it up. And then they go out and they... I know, like, a lot of people who are gay, and a lot of them don't go to the pride parades, and they don't, like, they don't really... They're just chill about it, you know. They're not crazy about it. They don't try to show it off. They don't go to the parades. They don't do all those like festive
they're not proud
things.
of it.
Yeah.
It's just that they're not throwing it in everyone's face.
Exactly. Sometimes it gets really annoying where they're just like, anyone they meet, hello, nice to meet you. I'm gay. What? Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. I didn't ask.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay. Yeah. Congratulations. But
yeah.
Sometimes it gets to the point where. It's a little wild. I saw this video of a guy, these people were like protesting in a crosswalk, and they were blocking cars.
Yeah.
They were blocking cars to tell them that they were gay. What? At that point, it's just ridiculous. So the guy ripped their sign and threw the lady's phone over the wall. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did.
It went viral recently.
But there's a difference between pride, which I'm all for, and demanding of acceptance. And I don't think anyone has the right to demand anything. Now, people will accept you or they won't, and that's up to the person receiving the information. But to demand anything is wrong. What bugs me is I don't mind just being out and doing what you're doing. You want to go to a straight bar or a gay bar or a trans bar. I don't care. Do what you got to do. Be happy. Be happy. It's when you get to the point where you have to throw it in someone else's face to be happy that I think there's a different issue that you're presenting there. So, asking for acceptance and expecting acceptance is different from demanding acceptance. And I think that they're going to have a tough road ahead of them because when you are forcing someone to do something, that's when everyone gets mad. Let's go ahead and tie it to another issue. We're not going to talk about gun control. But the fact that gun control, you got one side saying ban all guns, the other side saying I want tanks. There's no middle ground. I mean, like in universal background checks and red flag laws and all the stuff that you could talk about forever we're talking about sensible stuff in the middle. If you want to be gay or trans or whatever, I don't think that you making it your life's work and your cause is okay. But when you're forcing someone to respect something by just demanding it and throwing it in their face and saying, now you got to deal with this, is just not the right way to do it. It's just, you have to lead with, hey, this is who I am, and then leave it out there. And don't say, no, fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
No one's earned that right. You haven't earned that right.
I read this article about, like, this person who sued I don't know, it's probably not true. I hope it's not, because that is just out of this world. They sued their parents because
I hear about this.
Because they assigned this child what gender they were when they were born. You don't assign someone a gender.
No.
You have a penis or a vagina, and that's how it works. And then you go, and I think the person was like 17, 18, and they sued their parents.
They
tried to. They did not. Hopefully not.
That's like when you just want the attention. So
yeah, that is
the fact that there's so many memes out there.
Oh yeah, I see
like,
so many
with a
memes
doctor and a
about
couple, and I love and they're doing an ultrasound. This is the best one, and well, they have a doctor doing the ultrasound, or I mean, it could be a tech or something like that, but it's made to look like a doctor. Mm-hmm. But the point is that it's a couple, and she's pregnant, and they got the ultrasound, and they go, "Is it a boy or a girl?" And the tech or the doctor says, "I'm not really allowed to talk about gender, but it definitely has a dick, though." So it's like that's where we've gotten.
Oh my gosh, that is like people are at that point
where people are afraid to say, "Oh, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl."
I
can't
let
let them decide.
That's
crazy. Excuse me. Wow. I may have to edit that one out later. Sorry about your headphones.
I wish you had like a cough button.
I know, right?
Slide you down if you.
I didn't know, but that's the realness of this podcast. But
you're in the room with us. You hear everything.
Yeah, I know. You hear everything. You get to hear my flu. It's not the flu, but I think it's a good discussion. I think the point that I'm trying to make is, and if there is any tip to be brought out of the Tall Tips from Short Guys episode today, is it's okay to be who you are, and it's okay to be proud of who you are. And I think the tip is to be accepting of who other people are.
Don't put them down because of what they do.
Right.
Unless they...
No, I mean, don't put them down anyways.
Don't do it either way.
But I think you have every right to not respect the person who's standing in front of you when they're in your face and blocking your car and demanding a whole lot of stuff that they're not entitled to just by existing. If someone's nice to me, I'm nice to them. If they're a jerk to me, I'll be a jerk to them. I mean, I try not to in general, but that's sort of my philosophy. But the last thing I want to talk about in this idea is that there are some out there that don't think that this community has the same rights as everyone else, and that's what bugs me. Michael Che, in his recent stand-up, is comments on this very eloquently, and he's basically saying, today women and the LGBTQ plus community are demanding equal rights, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Equal is equal. I'm a straight white male, and I shouldn't have any more or less rights than anyone else. I think it's just your rights and your privileges are your rights and privileges, and I don't think anyone deserves more or less because of who they are. But back in the days of the civil rights movement, they weren't even asking for equal rights. They were just asking for civil rights.
Yeah.
Just be civil. And people had a problem with that. The problem I have is that there's literally people that think that homosexual, LGBTQ, trans people are not equal, which just bugs me. I don't get it. And that's where I do have a problem with some of this. I know that we're kind of crunched for time, and I see people that are knocking on the studio door here that want to come in and actually use this area, so we're going to wrap things up for now. For Piercen, I'm Sean. This has been Tall Tips for Short Guys. We will be back next week with more episodes, and we hope that you find us where you enjoy podcasts, Facebook, all social media. We will see you next time.